Welcome to our first youth employment workshop. We've had a couple of forums, but this one is different because we have young people. We've had a couple where we had different stakeholders from your municipality, just other different people that are involved in youth development. Our project is called Bambisanani, and it's funded by the EU under the Citizens in Action program. It's a local level project which is aimed at identifying youth unemployment challenges in specific municipalities across South Africa. From these conversations, together with some research, we will be producing some what we call policy guide for local stakeholders and some policy recommendations.
I stay in an area where there is absolutely no hope. When you are approaching young people who are in a mindset of, I've already achieved nothing, so there's nothing to work for. The problem is that no one listens to us as young people. We get told we are the generation of tomorrow. I firmly believe that we are the generation of today.
And I got 3 children now. My eldest son is 4 years old. My second child is, my middle son is 1 year old, and my baby is 3 months old.
My community ravaged by drugs, gangs, young people having no hope.
We as youth are exposed to crime rates in our area, and there's so little people that lends a hand to us. Like, we don't have enough support from the government that inspires us to be the best that we can be, and they don't educate us enough around employment.
I stay in Mrs. Plain. I find Mrs. Plain not a good place to live in. I advise teenagers like to try their utmost best to get out of the place and not live there, because there is a lot of crime and it can influence you very badly.
Our fathers tend to not step up. You're either likely to become a gangster or fall pregnant. Those are things that I refuse to resort to.
Unemployment is something that could take years to conquer, but with the help of organizations and the government, it shouldn't be impossible to conquer.
The reason why I think I cannot go study is because I'm not financially stable. I don't want to apply for bursary because I'm afraid of the disappointments. Plenty of learners that apply for bursaries, but only a few gets accepted. What's the use of me wasting my time where I can go work? I don't want to face failure because like I had a lot of that in the past and that now.
There are not organizations in our community, in my community specifically, that tackle these issues, and really they are not active in doing these things. And for me, I feel very disadvantaged because of that. And my school is my only opportunity of actually broadening my horizons and giving me the information I need to have. I am actually disadvantaged also in the internet and technology that I need to access for research and such. I need to wait to go to school and to access these things. Even my library, I can't access it. I can't go to it because of the violence, of the gang violence.
My stepfather has this road marking company. If the economy is down, then he has to charge low also for his prices, which means he doesn't really make a profit. And also with his employees, if they start stealing, so that means they take from his business, and that can be seen as a big challenge, because if they continue to do that, that can actually lead to bankruptcy of his business, and it has to close down at the end of the day.
I really do need fundings, because you can't start up a business. A dream needs to be supported, and if there are companies that support people with business ideas.
Cape Town is a good place to look for a job. If you agree, you stand in that corner. If you don't agree, you go there.
I don't think Cape Town is great for finding a job because I am still unemployed. I think employers here seem to prioritize flexibility, and as a student, I do need money, so I would like a part-time job or something with hours that would work for me, and I think most people turn me down when they find out that I'm a student.
There is no job this side. A lot of people are staying there, not working, looking for jobs.
My school gave me sufficient information and guidance on what to do after leaving school.
I feel like my school didn't prepare me for the outside world. I had to figure it out on my own.
So the idea is that you're going to be employed in 4 or 5 years, which is great, but I'm broke now. You know, so I need a job now. I need part-time work, and that's something like they don't prepare you for that. They just assume that your parents are going to provide for you.
Every one of you have the growth agenda. It was a massive, large program in which we have identified the 5 most important things to make the economy grow again. And it's jobs, it's skills, it's the relationship between government and business, it's urbanization. And all of you live in a city, which is a very unique thing because a lot of young people live out in rural areas where there's even less of opportunity. For this Bambisanani project, we've come to you at the local level, local municipalities. And as much as you might feel that you need information regarding how to improve your prospects, how to find a job, how to get information on what to study, I would say policymakers at national government and provincial government and local government, they also need to know what's happening, you know, with people like you, the people for whom they make the policies. And that is, I think, the strength of our Bambisanani program. The strength of our program is that we get those local stories, so that we take this opportunity to get all these stories and really take this forward to the people who are involved in policy making. So first of all, we'll do something for national and provincial government about growing the economy, but making it much more inclusive for young people like yourselves, because maybe you know or maybe you don't, but young people are especially very vulnerable if it comes to entering the labor market, because they don't have the experience, they don't have the background. Employers sometimes feel that, you know, taking on a young person has more risks than taking on an older person. So you, the young people, really need that support, and that is what we're going to give to national government. Because we really need economic growth. The whole country needs to be growing at a much faster rate.
Today we found that young people were talking for themselves. There's a disconnect between what those organizations are claiming to what young people's experience is. Young people will not know those organizations which are often perceived as doing outreach, communicating services for young people, and resources which are available for young people who are searching for employment or they are intending to establish their own income generation initiatives. Young people are conscious of the fact that the old way of preparing them for the future is certainly not working.
I tell myself every day that you get up today because someone that was in your generation didn't get up to see today, so you go out and you go do it.
My children I look at them and I get up for them and they make me face the world every day in a different way. I just want to give my children the best that I can and to finish my school. I want to be successful, be independent, and to be able to have a job so that I can care for them.
I was part of a gang. I was part of selling drugs. I was doing drugs at one time as well. I heard about School of Hope, and School of Hope took me in. And I never thought I would get the results that I would get at School of Hope. But yeah, they encouraged me a lot. They taught me how to really persevere in life. Really gave me something to look forward to, something to dream about again, because I had dreams when I was young. I have a brighter future today. I can see what I will achieve one day.
I believe if you educate one person, you create jobs for a lot of other people.
If you have dreams and there are opportunities to grab on outside there, just continue and follow your dream. We are the future of this country.
Since I'm at School of Hope, it's like they encouraged me to become better and to believe in myself and have confidence.
People who supports me is my mother, mostly my mother. She works at the organization, the Amy Peel organization. She's basically a chef there. So that's also an organization that unemployed people goes to. They get experience from that place.
After school, I would like to become a policewoman.
I want to achieve great things so I can be an example to my community. The gangs and the drugs, you know, that's the only role models. That's the pinnacle of success for them. And I want to show them a success that's hardworking and not go to jail or die.
If I become an entrepreneur, it can help me to employ and to create so many jobs.
I have a dream of becoming a businessman one day, and a successful one. The first booming business in Cape Town is the restaurant, because it is a tourist attraction place. A lot of people come from outside. They love to taste some food in this place.
I found my true passion, which is a dance style I possess. It's called tatting and turfing. I discovered dancing, and it was actually in primary school when it was my career day, grade 7. And I'm very sure I will make a career out of it one day. I practice my art every single day, whether it's before school, walking to school, coming back from school. If it's not dancing, I would like to go into geomorphology.
I really would like to become a social worker.
The role of non-government organization is not adequately recognized. The young people we had today were all speaking in superlative terms about the value of School of Hope. I feel those institutions do have major influence on young people in a very fundamental way. CDE has ventured into this project. It's a first in a number of ways, because we are looking for citizens' initiatives, citizens acting as agents in an agency capacity where they are part of the solution, rather than citizens waiting for someone to do something to them in order to result in positive outcomes. So this to me is a very exciting project, but we still have to distill for ourselves as CDE what is it that is unique and primarily important about this project.